On January 3rd, 2022, I uploaded my first video of building Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex from Security Breach in Minecraft. Since then, I've been working for the past 6 months to make this Pizzaplex as accurate to the game as possible and to add as much functionality to it so that way people can be able to explore this game just like they would in Security Breach. And now that the entire build is finished with, I think it is finally time to go ahead and showcase everything that you can expect to see for this map. Now, I've already done a video of this in the past, however, I think it's time to do an updated showcase as a lot of things have changed since the very first episode that I cannot wait to show you guys. So if you do enjoy this video and want to see more tours of the updated locations of the Pizzaplex, then be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so that way you don't miss out on the content that you enjoy. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started touring the lobby and entrance area. One last thing before we get into the tour is that I am using the BLS shader pack for this video, so if you're curious on why the lighting looks different than vanilla Minecraft, that is because I'm using a shader pack to make the lighting look as it does in Security Breach. So I suppose it is best to start off where we started 6 months ago in the corner of the wing of the main lobby here. We can see that a few things have changed, most notably being this pixel art here in the front lobby. You know, I'm going to put a side-by-side comparison of what it looked like 6 months ago and what it looks like now. So I would say that there has been somewhat of an improvement. Pixel art was really not my thing at the very beginning. However, I do think that a lot of work has been put together and I think that my pixel art has improved over the months of working on this project. So I'm really happy with the way that all of this has turned out. Of course, we have the giant Mega Pizzaplex logos on the side. There's going to be another one on the other side of the building. We also have these giant advertisements with screens on them, so that way they have a rotating advertisement that you can see on all sides. Those I've lit up using light blocks just so that we can make it a lot more natural. There is some pixel art though that I am extremely proud of that hasn't needed changing. For example, Glamrock Chica's guitar and Freddy Fazbear's microphone are two pieces of pixel art that haven't changed at all just because I really like them the way they are. Let's move on, however, because we still have a lot to show off here. We have the exact same popcorn machines here because I really like the design. The only thing that's changed is I've used these custom player heads to be able to actually have a bucket of popcorn. Now, for the Bedrock edition, you're not going to be able to have this. However, for the Java version, you're not going to need to download any data packs or anything, as this is completely vanilla Minecraft just with the use of command blocks, which is really nice, just so we can add some more detail to this map. So you can see we have another popcorn machine over here, and there's going to be two more on the other side as well. We have another pillar with an advertisement on it, and here we have the Glamrock Freddy poster. Once again, up a side-by-side comparison of what the original poster looked like, and this is what the updated version looks like. So let's go ahead and move down to the center point itself, where we get to see the grand reveal of the Glamrock Freddy statue in this giant open area. This is definitely one of my favorite places of the Pizzaplex, not just because of how amazing the reaction was when I first got to see this place in-game, but just because of how cool and open this place is. The Pizzaplex is amazing just because of how grand it looks, and this area is definitely the definition of grand. So if we look at the front entrance here, you can see that a few things have changed if you watched the previous video 6 months ago. For example, all the banner art is now added. That's something I was against when I first started. However, I do think that using banners for letters is definitely an improvement, and is something that you will continue to see as we continue through the updated map. Still looking at the front entrance, the pixel art of Glamrock Chica, Freddy, Montgomery, and Roxanne have all stayed the same throughout the entire build. However, what has changed is these Glamrock Freddy pixel arts for the main door itself. Originally, the entire face was made out of orange wool. However, I did realize that there was a bit more blue to Freddy's face, so I've gone ahead and added a strip of light blue wool just at the top here. And wool is really nice working with these planks, as it has this horizontal pattern as it moves across the door, just as the sliding doors do in Security Breach. So the mixture of these two blocks has been really useful, and I think it works really well. Now, something that has changed, however, that you might have noticed if you've been here since the very beginning, is the floor of the entire lobby. Originally, the floor was made of lodestone. However, since then, I've realized that the lobby has a lot more of a darker tone. So I've gone ahead and replaced the lodestone with polished deep slate. And this block, while building, has probably become one of my favorite blocks in Minecraft, just because of how universal it is and how many times you are able to use it. So I definitely think that this is a big improvement from the bright lobby floor that we had originally, and this block fits the feel much better. Moving on to the right wing, we're going to move over here before we get started with the main lobby here. We once again have two more pillars of advertisements, this time with a Glamrock Chica and Montgomery poster, and this one over here with a Your Advertisement sign here. So we once again have ourselves some popcorn stands, one over here, one over there, but most importantly, we also have this pixel art of Montgomery Gator. Once again, I'll quickly show up a comparison of what the original looked like and what this new one looks like. I'll go ahead and show you the Roxanne Wolf one, go ahead and show a comparison up on screen, and then we can go ahead and move on. So if we move all the way back down here, you'll notice that we still have the puddle where the map bot continues to clean that spot of water continuously as the night goes on. Now, I didn't include any of the staff bots. I got rid of everything just because I thought they were a bit out of place. However, if you are playing a modded version of Minecraft, I'm sure that you can add some placeholders of actual models of the staff bots around the entire build. However, we're going to continue on with the vanilla version of Minecraft. We still have a lot of cool decorations. For example, this prize counter here where you open up this present box and you get your complimentary entry ticket that lets you enter the pizzeria. So for this, I've just gone ahead and used another custom player head just like this. Once again, for the Java version is completely vanilla. For Bedrock, I'm going to have to change a few things around. Once again, I'm very satisfied with the pixel art of Montgomery Gator's guitar and Roxanne's keytar, two pixel arts that once again I have never changed and have kept throughout the entire build just because I'm really liking the way these look. Now, something I didn't like the way it looks is the garage door. This definitely had a big makeover since the last time you might have seen it. However, I do think that this is a big improvement since last time. So we have the parking space here where people are going to be able to enter and exit so that way they can drive home, or if they're just about to enter the pizzeria itself. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the functionality of the build. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is the save stations. In a live stream, I made sure every single save station is functional. So if we go ahead and click this button here, and then if we go ahead and kill ourselves, we're going to go ahead and respawn right in front of the save station. So every single save station works the exact same way they do in Security Breach. The only difference is that you're not able to go past the previous saves. You're just going to respawn wherever your latest spawn point has been set. With both wings of the entrance done, however, it is now time that we can actually go ahead and enter the main lobby itself, and we are greeted with the golden Glamrock Freddy statue, which you can find a tutorial of on my channel. I'll leave a link in the iCard up on screen now, so if you're interested in the design, you can go ahead and insert these in your own Minecraft world. Even though it's made of wood, I still really love the way it looks. You know, people were going back and forth talking about why I didn't use gold. Personally, I just really like the way this looks. I mean, I'm able to use more patterns just because oak has different slabs and tools, things like that, like all these fences. I wouldn't have been able to use that if it was made of gold. So using a mixture of oak blocks has definitely made this in a way that I like. And now if we go ahead and look up on top of the Glamrock Freddy statue, we now have the sky dome where the prize corner is set. So of course you're going to be able to see all the stars in the sky by looking straight up. And the best part about this being in Minecraft is that the entire build is loaded in at once. Not like Security Breach, where I'm pretty sure if you look up, it's just going to be an image of the sky dome. I'm pretty sure you're not even able to see anything. However, since we're in Minecraft, you can go ahead and see every detail from this point here. So you can go ahead and see all the pretty stuff that we have up here. And of course, if you're looking from the prize counter, you're able to see the lobby from above. So let's go ahead and take a turn to the right and move on to the exit. Now, we're not going to exit the Pizzaplex just yet. We've just begun the tour, but we can see the giant exit sign of the Come Back Soon sign where we have the call for Glamrock animatronics up above. But if we go ahead and move on to here, we're going to find our first door. Now, as I mentioned previously, every single door in the Pizzaplex is functional. And to those of you curious on how that works, here you go. You walk up to the door and it opens up with a really cool animation just like that, and it goes ahead and closes when we walk away from it. So if we go ahead and walk through this doorway, we're going to end up in a back room where all of the staff are going to be able to hang out. Of course, we have a few color-coded lockers, a few utensils like a vacuum cleaner and some cleaning utensils, a little storage shelf here, and a little table where the staff could meet behind the scenes. But if we go ahead and move on past this door, once again, it opens back up. We now have ourselves a reception booth where customers are going to be able to buy themselves that ticket pass so that way they can enter the pizzeria. Once again, I've used custom player heads as TV screens just to make this place feel a little more realistic. But let's go ahead and head back out to the main lobby itself. Once again, we're going to find ourselves another pixel art here of an advertisement for Faz Pad, where you can sign up for Faz Pad and go ahead and join the different attractions of the Pizzaplex. But let's go ahead and move on to the next area of the lobby past Glamrock Gifts. Of course, here we have some more pixel art, which I haven't actually changed because once again, this is another piece of art that I'm really proud of the ending result and didn't think that it needed changing. Before we go up the staircases, however, of course we have the little construction site here where this main elevator is being worked on. Now in Security Breach, this elevator is not functional. However, in universe, this elevator would be used to take you up to the prize counter. So of course I've added it in game. It's not functional just because it's not functional in Security Breach. However, if you really wanted to, you could put a simple button and a teleport command that takes you instantly to the floor up above. But just for the sake of this build, I've just kept it as a construction zone where nothing works. But let's go ahead and walk up the staircase so that way we end up on the top balcony of the main lobby. And if we turn around here, we can see the amazing view of the main lobby from behind. I'm really proud of the way that this map turned out. And I really hope that you guys are excited to be able to play this for yourself. Just because of the amount of effort that I've put into this map, I couldn't be more proud of the ending result. And I'm really happy to see the reception that this series has received. But anyway, let's go back up. It's enough talking about that. Let's go ahead and look at some other things. For example, these things, the photo booths, they have gone through changes once again. So the banner has been lifted up and I've gone ahead and put crimson signs around the bottom here just to represent those stripes that run through the entire thing. However, moving away from that, we have ourselves the two main elevators that take us up to the atrium. I'm not going to show you how these things work just yet. I'll go ahead and show that off with the atrium tour. However, if you are curious, then you can find a video over on my Discord server of the way that these elevators work. And I do think it is really cool, if I do say so myself. But moving on from that, we have ourselves a little ride where you could cause a distraction to lure the Glamrock animatronics away from you. But let's go ahead and move away from that and move to Glamrock Gifts itself, where once again, we're going to find ourselves another functional door just like this. So we'll go ahead and walk through and we are now in a completely different room where our door closes up behind us. So welcome to Glamrock Gifts, where nothing has really changed that much, if I have to be honest with you. I was really proud of the way Glamrock Gifts looked. The only thing that has changed that I can think of is all of the custom player heads, because this is much better than what was there originally. Originally, I just had different Minecraft player skulls. However, having custom player heads of all of the plushies of the Glamrock animatronics is definitely a better source of decoration. Now, if we go ahead and look up, you will find even more decoration that is hanging from the ceiling. For example, we have 3 different instruments of the Glamrock animatronics. We have Montgomery's guitar, we have Glamrock Chica's guitar, and we have Roxanne Wolf's keytar, all of which haven't changed since the very beginning, just because I'm really proud of the way that these have all turned out. Let's go ahead and change tone for a minute and let me go on a little bit of a rant, starting with this balcony right here. Now, if you watched the first episode, you know exactly what's about to come up. If you're not, then get ready for me talking about the irregularities of the Pizzaplex, because this, for example, is very weird. In Security Breach, we have ourselves a balcony where you can look down to see the bottom floor of Glamrock Gifts. However, if you're underneath Glamrock Gifts and you look up, in-game, there is a ceiling there and you cannot look up. So it's like there's an invisible floor there, even though you can actually look down and see the place below. But from the underside, if you look up, there's just going to be a ceiling there. I'm not sure why that was in Security Breach. However, I liked the idea of the balcony, so I went ahead and kept it so that way you can look down and see the lower floors of Glamrock Gifts. Speaking of the lower floor of Glamrock Gifts, let's go ahead and move on down there. So we're going to go ahead and pass ourselves some moon drop posters and a sunny drop poster. Just some more pixel art that I'm really proud of and didn't really need to change. But if we go ahead and move on down here, we'll find ourselves the bottom floor of Glamrock Gifts with some even more custom player heads to greet us. For example, we have another Glamrock Chica plushie and a Glamrock Freddy plushie just up here above some merchandising shelves where you'd be able to buy a whole bunch of different things. This place really does feel a lot more alive now that all of the custom player heads are in place. It just really makes this place feel so much better now that there's actual relics of the actual game in place here. So for example, having these Montgomery Gator heads, this Roxanne Wolf and this Glamrock Freddy head really makes the place feel a whole lot better than if it was just simple Minecraft player heads. However, let's go ahead and turn around here and find ourselves the iconic prize booth where Gregory goes ahead and opens up this prize box to find ourselves the Mr. Hippo fridge magnet, which is the only reason why we were able to play Security Breach in the first place. For those of you giving slack on Mr. Hippo, just think that he is the only reason why we were able to explore the entirety of the Pizzaplex in the first place. Let's get respect for Mr. Hippo Fridge Magnet down in the comments. Moving away from that though, we have some more shelving where I would have liked to put more custom player heads. However, using staircases as shelves looks really nice. So I wasn't able to put anything in these little corner blocks here. However, I really do like the way that these shelving blocks look. However, if we go ahead and move on here, we're now going to find ourselves the next functional door of the Pizzaplex. And these gated entrances here, they are functional as well. So if we go ahead and click this button here, you will see that these gates open up, both of them at the same time. So if we go ahead and click this, you can see that the gate closes. I'll try to get a shot of both of them at the same time. There we go, just like that. So once again, just like in Security Breach, you are able to open up these gates. Now, unlike Security Breach, you are able to close them up again, just because I wanted to add a little bit more customization to your own world. So let's go ahead and exit Glamrock Gifts and walk up the staircase once again, but this time we're going to move over to the left side and we're going to go ahead and enter the Faz Pad. So we're once again going to pass an elevator and another distraction piece that you could use to lure the Glamrock animatronics. But let's go ahead and move on here. So once again, this door opens back up. Now this is a different door. This door isn't 2x3. This door is 3x3. So it works a little bit differently than the other doors. However, it still works in a really good way that I'm very proud of. So we can go ahead and walk through this door and enter in the Faz Pad, and the door's going to close behind us. So here, this place has been updated quite a lot actually. The lanterns have been changed, the tables have been changed, all of the chairs now have this sign behind them to give them the lightning bolt, and you can see over there in the corner, we have ourselves that little baby plushie in the corner there that we'll get to later. But yeah, just this view from up here, I so love the main lobby of the Pizzaplex. I would love it if this place was real in real life, because I can only imagine what it would be like sitting up here and being able to view the Pizzaplex from above. But let's keep on topic and stick to the Faz Pad. So behind this bench here, we're going to find ourselves the place where all of the staff members would be able to serve the drinks and concessions to all of the patrons sitting in this area. Of course, once again, I have some more custom player heads of some soda bottles and another one here of a TV screen where people would be able to pay and the different things needed for payments. So if we go ahead and continue on here to this little lounging area, we once again have ourselves another change of lanterns, and here we have ourselves a pool table with that baby plushie that I was talking about just sitting there in the corner. But let's go ahead and move on back here to the kitchen area where once again this door opens back up. Now, I'm not going to spend my time talking about how the doors open and close. I'm really proud of it, but all the doors work in the same way. I don't need to keep on showing you this. This kitchen has been updated quite a bit. I didn't use any of the debug camera or lighting settings when making this originally. However, now that I've come back here and updated this place, a lot of things have changed. For example, the ceiling is purple the way it is supposed to be in game. We have all of these hanging lights here just like they have in Security Breach, and we have the different decorations that I hadn't added for the kitchen area. So for example, we have ourselves some ovens, we have ourselves a little fridge, and we have this little trash corner right here where we have a trash bag and a trash can. But let's go ahead and move on to something a little bit more exciting than this kitchen area. So if we go ahead and go through this door and through this back hallway here, we're going to find ourselves in this little room that takes us to the lost and found room and customer service. So let's go ahead and start with customer service, where we're going to find ourselves even more custom player heads here. Now this place hasn't changed that much. However, what I will do is take the time to talk about the lighting of this place, as I don't think I've really talked about it that much yet in this video, and that is the mixture of shaders and the usage of light blocks. And this place looks so much better than the night vision that I was showing off this build with. When I was building the Pizzaplex, I originally had to show off this place using night vision just because there was no light source to the entire build, and it made it really difficult to see. However, now that we've got these light blocks and shader packs on, it makes this place feel a whole lot more natural and a lot cooler to look at. But enough about me rambling on about light blocks. Here in the back corner here, we of course have this little ATM machine where we're able to pick up the daycare pass that lets us go into the daycare itself, that lets the entirety of the game progress on. Here we once again have these little gates where if we go ahead and click this button, these gates are going to open back up just like how they do in Security Breach. Both of them work at the same time. It's probably going to be a bit difficult to get this one in the frame. I'll see if I can. Yeah, you can see that the gate opens, and if we click the button again, the gate closes just like that. Really cool of the way these have all turned out. Here we have a gated area that's not able to be opened, and that's just because it's a little storage area for different trolleys that people use for shopping. Moving on back here, past the different logos of each animatronic of the Pizzaplex, we now have ourselves a little locker room where people are able to store their personal items that they don't really want to get lost while exploring the Pizzaplex, as they would be really bad if someone were to drop something important while exploring the Pizzaplex, as it would be almost impossible to find where you've dropped that. So all of these lockers here, I believe that is what the patrons use before exploring the Pizzaplex. They're able to put their stuff in here that they don't want to get lost. And up above, we have ourselves different advertisements of the Pizzaplex. So for example, here we have a Chica of the Sea poster. Here we have a Mesa size poster. Over there we have a Soda-Roni. And here we have something of Roxy Raceway and the daycare. But let's go ahead and move on to the final area of the main lobby and entrance area. So let's go ahead and open up the room to the Lost and Found area, where Vanessa takes the player once they get kidnapped. So here we have ourselves the prize box that Gregory opens to be able to get the screwdriver to escape through the vent when Vanny goes down the staircase and tries to get us. I thought that scene was honestly really funny the first time I played Security Breach. But here, of course, we have ourselves the 3 monitor setup that Vanessa uses to communicate with the player, and there's just some other decorations around the place, such as these carpets on the floor to represent all the different clothing that has just been laid there on the floor, because we all know that Fazbear Entertainment doesn't actually care about any of the customers' belongings. Now we could go through this vent here. I'll just go ahead and shut it off that right now that you can go through this vent to escape, but we want to go ahead and move through these 2 doorways here to go ahead and open up to this side of the reception booth, where once again it's basically an exact same duplicate as the one on the other side, where we just have ourselves 3 TV monitors that the staff would be able to check in all the customers entering the Pizzaplex. However, unlike the other reception booth, this reception booth has 2 different doors which both open up. So we went through this door and we came out of this door. So I'll just go ahead and show off that all of these doors do open up at their own ways. Really liking the way that all of these doors work. And keep in mind that every single door in the Pizzaplex works exactly like this. I've shown off a few different examples of the doors in the Pizzaplex, and every single one of them works. So I'm really excited to go ahead and give this all to you guys to explore for yourselves once this map eventually releases. I'm really proud of the way this has turned out and couldn't be more happy with the ending results. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. I really do hope that you enjoyed this updated tour of the main lobby of my Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex build. If you are excited for the next part, then be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel with notifications on. That way you don't miss out on next episode, where we're going to go ahead and explore the daycare. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will of course see you in my next video.